Good morning. This is Paul Hamilton, and I'm doing the Uplift again this week. And we're going to do another little bit of card magic and try to incorporate some spirituality into this. I've asked Pastor Carl, my wife Kathy, and Carol and Tommy Alexander to participate in this Uplift. Basically, what we're going to be talking about today is, I guess, you know, I've titled it "Hiding from God," but it probably has more to do with our relationship with God and just kind of remembering that He is always present with us. Now, I have to confess that it took us 2 tries to do this, so you're going to hear them talk about well, I did better this time, or it worked this time. Not to diminish from the effect of the card trick that we did, but just again, this is just an illustration of how God interacts with our lives, and how even though we may feel like we're separated from Him, He's still there. He's still around, and through prayer, we are able to bring Him back into our lives and allow Him to sort of bring some semblance of serenity and unity and structure despite the chaos that we experience. So I hope you enjoy this, and thank you for watching. I don't know why this came to me, but I was thinking about sometimes we just kind of hide ourselves from Jesus, and I know, you know, Carl says you never really hide from Him. I mean, he never leaves you, but sometimes we step away from Him. So you've got 16 cards that you've pulled out of the deck. And those are all face down.
Just a second. I thought, there it is.
Okay.
Now, I've got 16, I've got my 4 kings separate, right?
4 kings separate, turn them face up, and just hide them inside the, the 16, just anywhere inside. Okay, so starting off, we should have all the cards upside down except for your kings.
Yes.
Got it?
Yes.
Okay.
Oops.
What?
Well, now how did that happen?
What happened?
Well, I didn't put all my cards right side up when we started over.
Oh, okay.
I thought we were going to go from the beginning. Okay.
You know, Carl, oops is a scary word.
Do what?
Oops is a scary word.
Oops.
Somebody says oops, you just, it could be anything.
Okay.
That's right. Okay, I'll get there.
So I'll start the whole thing. So
That's okay.
You can start. The theme today is hiding from Jesus. And, you know, I'd like to ask you each to think about it. Are there ever any times when you have found yourself hiding from God or hiding from Jesus? maybe you've done something that you're ashamed of, or maybe just an accidental absence from your belief. But we know that Jesus is always with us. We know that God is always with us. From Psalms 139, 7 through 10, we've got, where can I go from your spirit? Or where can I flee from your presence? If I ascend to heaven, you are there. If I make my bed in Sheol, behold, you are there. If I take the wings of the dawn, if I dwell in the remotest part of the sea, even there your hand will lead me, and your right hand will lay hold of me. So Jesus is the King of Kings, and I've already asked you to pull out the kings and hide them into your deck of cards, so that all the deck cards are face down and the kings are face up, where he is basically interacting with us in our lives, places where maybe we don't even realize. So life gets chaotic, and we never for sure know where Jesus interacts with our lives. So let's just do an overhand shuffle, just like this. There we go. And once you feel like you've got the cards shuffled the way you want them, you can stop. So being good Christians, we try to separate good from evil. So let's do that now. Let's count off the top 10 cards into one pile. 1, 2, 3. And put both packs on the table with space in the middle. And take one. It doesn't matter which one. Just take one of them and turn it upside down or right side up. I mean, did you go right side up or upside down? Or did you choose good? Did you choose evil? We don't really know. But we know that good and evil, we interact with good and evil throughout our lives, different parts. And sometimes we don't really even know which is which. But let's mix these back together. And so take a card on one side and put it in the middle. Take a card on this other side and put it in the middle. And let's just go back and forth one at a time. And that should come out evenly. If it doesn't, there we go. Okay, that looks good. So right now our life is pretty mixed up. Some cards are face up, some cards are face down. It's just kind of a little bit of chaos.
Not right now. Hold on. Just a little bit.
In any event, whether we're faced with good or evil, we eventually decide, let's just cut our losses and move on. So let's cut the deck and complete the cut.
Yeah.
We try to figure things out when things go wrong in our lives. And maybe we don't know for sure where Jesus is. We just tend to get caught up in the details. We try to do things on our own. We take things apart and look at them as closely as we can. So now we're going to sort the cards into 4 piles and just take the top card and do 4 piles of cards. Yeah, leave them. Okay. So once we've torn things apart, we try to put our lives back together. And then, after we take a look at them, we say, okay, let's put things back together. But right now our lives are in chaos. The right side down, upside down, right side up. They've been shuffled, separated. We've cut the cards, we've put them back together and separated them again. Sometimes the odds are with us. Sometimes we feel like the odds are even. And this time I'm going to ask Carol, which do you prefer, odds or even?
Odds.
Odds. Okay, so so count the stacks in your mind, 1, 2, 3, 4, and take 1 and set it on top of 3. And then we'll take the even cards, 2 instead of on top of 4. Now, it doesn't matter which stack, but we know we like to get a different perspective on things. And so let's gain a little different perspective and take one of the stacks of cards and turn it upside down. Turn it over. And then just do one simple riffle shuffle. Put them back together. As we put our lives back together, we try to get a different perspective on things, which is why we turned one stack over. And then we put our lives back together and shuffle everything back together into our lives. Now, what we forget during all of this is the power of prayers. Place one stack between your hands. We
I
forget.
only have one stack.
I only
You
have
only
one
have, yeah,
stack.
I'm sorry. Put the one stack between your hands. We forget that Jesus has the power to heal all of our doubts, our worries, our misdeeds. I want you to take a moment now with your hands pressed together and say a silent prayer. Pray for forgiveness, pray for thanksgiving, whatever's on your heart. Go ahead and pray now. And then open your hands when you're finished. Okay, what I'd like you to do now is spread the cards out and let's see if we have got chaos resolved. And you should have all the cards except for the kings turned one way and all the kings turned the other way. So, and this is kind of what we've known all along, is that through prayer and remembering Jesus, that our life can be returned to order and we can rely on him. How'd you guys do?
Got it right this time.
Got it.
It worked this time.
So, Carl, do you have any words of wisdom for us? Any concluding thoughts or beginning thoughts?
Well, it's interesting to take something that has been considered in many cases, in some circles, a thing of evil, and bring goodness out of it. What I'm reminded of the soldier's deck of cards.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so that's a pretty cool way of illustrating coming through life's various circumstances. God is always present and helps us sort through things and helps us to think with the mind of Christ. Prayer is absolutely essential. So there you go.
Amen.
Amen.
Man.
Thank you.